banana has been peeled. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Robby Layton with Robby Layton Nation, and we appreciate that you guys are here watching. So we're back on the banana. I'm gonna work on this hood. If you remember back in the first video,
just a strip of metal that went from here to here and then plug weld.
Matt wanted a reinforcement put right in here so that this hood doesn't have any sort of flex. Okay, so I've got this all welded up in here. Now I'm gonna make a little plate that goes in here and another plate that goes in here. So I went and asked Dinner to source me some material so I could weld into this hood. But I don't think I'm that good. I can't weld aluminum to steel.
I know someone that can weld aluminum to steel.
Yeah, who?
The internet?
Oh yeah, the internet can weld aluminum to steel, but I can't. Okay, so I went and sourced a fender. We're gonna patch it in on the underside of the banana's hood. That is what we call a nibbler. Nibbles the metal. That's welded. Okay, we've got this all ground up and kind of cleaned up, roughed out. It's not as bad as I thought. You can feel a little bit of warpage in it. If anytime I do body work, use your hands, bare hands, so you can feel the panel that you're working on. And what I'll do is I'll come back in with the DA here in a second and I'll clean this all up. There's a little bit of a high right here. I'm just trying to beat out of this thing. Sometimes you really got to put your back into it. Use your pecking side. If your hammer doesn't quite fit in the contour or what you're trying to do, get a different hammer. This one's got a better tip on it, so it's going to be nicer in here. Just going to work that out. Ooh, that feels good. If you hit it and the dent doesn't come out the first time, hit it again. Use a bigger hammer. Ooh, got one right here. 2 hits, that dent's gone. Bam! Ta-da! Want to see a magic trick? Oh! It's like a bottle flip, but with a hammer. He's a magician. Oh my, you're gone.
Is this a header panel? Is that what it's called?
Actually, it's like the stem.
Okay. I got the header panel and the grill all ready to prime.
We've got to make this banana just look as good as possible, so when you guys head down to Matt's in Hurricane, Utah, and you take a look at this thing and you guys take pictures with it, you know, you guys will see that we put pride into this job. Even though Matt's probably going to scratch it and put dents in it and dings and everything else, recovering people, but that's just fine. This might be called a header panel on other vehicles, but on the banana, this is the stem.
Look, I'm turning into a banana.
Stickers be gone. Hey, Taylor, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Okay. We just eraser wheeled all those stickers off.
So right now I'm going and grinding off all that welding slag that landed on here.
Alright, got the stickers off. So what I just used is an eraser wheel. What this is basically like the end of a pencil, just on a pneumatic tool. Works awesome. So what I'm trying to do on this, I'm just taking the wire wheel in here. We're getting all the rust out of the deep crevices. Then Taylor's gonna grab that grinder. We're gonna get all this welding slag off of this top. Yeah, we're gonna rhino line this, but you just wanna make sure that everything's prepped good. You take care of it the best you can, and then we'll be able to put that rhino lining over it. This is gonna look so good, yellow and black. Let's hurry and get this bodywork done so we can see it done.
Let's do it.
I'm sure all of you out there would like to see this thing finished, and so would we. Grab that big wire wheel. That thing's
working better.
breathless. So this is all damage that was caused from the golden nugget recovery. So what I'm doing now is I'm just grinding everything up, getting it ready to where we can do our pulls and then get our body filler on here. And it's actually not called Bondo, it's plastic filler. And we're gonna use a little tiny bit of it is all. Just like Papa Dar says, Ernie shows up like a blister after all the work is finished. Yeah. Just kidding, Ernie. I hate it when you tell the truth. Is it ready for paint tomorrow? Oh yeah, we're painting this sucker tomorrow morning. So what an eyebrow is just that. See this little eyebrow right here? See how it's kind of got an arc to it and it's out? I've got a little eyebrow right here. Just got a nice little arc to it. You can't really see it, but I can feel it right there. And we call those eyebrows. That's when the metal has been pushed in and it pops out. So we got to pull here, tap there, and get that eyebrow out of there. Because nobody likes a unibrow. All right, so I've got all the dents that I can see ground up for now. Now we'll go through and we'll just feather everything out, and then we'll get the dent puller. This right here is banana peel. Poof.
All right, got her stripped. If you break it up into smaller sections, it'll help you from losing your mind.
Nobody loses their mind working on the banana. You got it.
Like when you pick it up, it feels like sand.
So Matt from Matt's Off-Road Recovery is on his way with a parts Jeep. That's gonna help us speed things up a lot. We're gonna be using doors, back hatch, we're gonna be using any part we can off that Jeep to put onto the banana. That's probably good. That worked out great.
Side glass, I got those ones there so you can pick whatever's best. 1960 Chevrolet.
The one-off, only one left.
Yep. I want the Matt's Off-Road Recovery historians to not be able to tell the difference. Paint these yellow, and like I said, if my audience votes that they go back to chrome, then I'll buy some chrome ones. Okay, well let's go see how this is going.
Okay.
Woo! Look at that.
Assessed it, we found where all the damage is, and then we've ground everything down. Now we're gonna come back in, we're gonna feather everything out, we're gonna get our stud box, we're gonna pull all the metal. We're not gonna put a lot of filler in this just because of the tool that it is.
This is a tool.
So tomorrow all day and Saturday all day is our actual body work days. Got this brace in, so I'm just gonna have you look at it, see if it's what you wanted.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it is, 'cause it ain't coming back out.
That should add a ton of strength.
The only thing I haven't figured out yet is the roof. On what to do with it.
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. What's
So
your options?
Here's my option. I want to talk to you, see if you care. What are you doing with this one after?
That one's just pure parts.
Can I cut the roof skin off of it?
That's fine.
Yes, we're cutting the roof off.
You're doing too nice of a job.
To paint these bars, you kind of have to. Hey, and we do have a Cherokee now. If you ever have to come back to this area, Hillbilly used it 2 nights ago when we used the rope and got him right out of the mud. He was so excited. Went up, used the rope.
Rub it in that I get to go break it in. He couldn't be there to do it.
That rope. The sheriff's department was there, and they were so impressed by that rope. And you can get that rope at mattsoffroadrecovery.com.
Yes, you can.
So, what do you think of the progress so far, Matt?
I'm excited. You're going deeper than I would have gone, but I'm happy with that. Don't go nuts on this.
You said rattle can that.
Yeah.
So our plan is right here. We're gonna stop it,
Okay.
and then we might, because this connects, so we'll probably go there. Or
However
anyway,
you want to
but
do
everything on the frame, like you said, just rattle can so you can weld on it.
Yep.
We probably will wire wheel before we rattle can it, just because that road salt really did a number. we wire wheeled and ground the fronts, and all the rust is coming off. We'll prep it all.
I think that's the first time this thing ever saw salt.
Seriously.
Driving it up here on a trailer.
And I don't think these bolts have ever been removed in its entire life. They were so hard to get out.
This was a pretty nice Jeep when I got it.
It's still actually surprisingly in nice shape.
So is this 2 layers?
Yes. So this is where the top and this come together right here.
Okay.
In the pinch weld. And so we're gonna try to do it to where we can take that skin off.
Oh, right there. There's the line.
Yep. And use my spot welder to spot weld it back on.
Well, yeah, like I said, let me know if there's anything else you need. We can run it up here. Stay in touch. We're headed to Fab Rats.
Cool. Well, tell Paul and Michelle hi.
Thanks, everybody.
Frank is freezing.
Frank is now stuck.
So here is our donor. This is actually Rudy's parts Jeep. Matt was able to take it and bring it up to us. So inside this Jeep, we've got that Corvair trunk lid with the louvers that Matt specifically wants put on the Banana's hood. Try to get this thing cut out perfect. The only one he has. So we can't screw this up. So we've got the doors. You know, they're opening and closing nice, a little bit dirty, a little bit of cleanup. Shouldn't be too big a deal. Dinner's gonna be ripping these doors off for us today. He's gonna be pulling out that interior. So this roof skin isn't much better in the fact that it's got some ripples to it, but that's okay. The most important part is there is no rust. This is a rust-free solid roof panel. We got a lot of work ahead of us, so we're just gonna get right into it. This is the throttle cable on our parts Jeep, right here. We're gonna use it as the new hood release. Not quite sure how yet. We're gonna use it here to release this side of the hood latch. Got it. That's all we need. Okay, so we're gonna put this little ball on here, and we're gonna use a cable to actuate that side. That'll work.
I'm gonna start working this dent out right here. It's got hit so hard right here that it's pushed this out. It's got some pressure on top, so I gotta relieve that. Very light taps. If you're pulling in the right spot, when you tap, it should just come right out.
Just about got this figured out to where we can hook a cable up to this. I've got a ball on our latch assembly now. Now all I gotta do is figure out how to mount this to there, and that to this, and this to that. But I'll get it figured out. And we'll grind it up, trim this. We'll have us a hood release side cable bracket thingy majigger. Custom. We need to cool our bracket down, so we'll just use some snow. Oh yeah, time to grind it. I'm putting what's called a nut zert in so that we can bolt this bracket to the inside of the hood so it's removable. We're using a 1024 nut zert. It's like a little rivet, but it has threads inside of it. So we're gonna pop this into the hood, be able to bolt that bracket down so it's removable. Okay, so it's just that easy. Now we have threads that are inserted into the hood side. See, now our cable has some support to it. I'll lock this in, so that's locked. Just like that. We're in business now. Boom. So now we got to figure out how to connect this to this. That is our next task.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued on how you're using the throttle cable for the hood release.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
He was going to use bike cables on it, but to use the throttle cable where it's got the factory ends, it's
got factory ends, and then if it ever breaks, it can be replaced.
Exactly.
So now that I know that this cable is going to work, I'm going to cut this rod off. Dinner was curious how this is all going to work, so I'm going to show him. There's no turning back. We ruined it. Push.
oh.
It works.
So the rod's connected to that one, and the cable's connected to the other one.
Yep. So all we're trying to do is bypass this center. So and then we've got these clamps that we're going to put nut zerts in, so that this is all nice and neat and tucked out of the way from Matt. Okay. Hit it again, just for fun. Worked a second time, so hopefully it'll work for the rest of its life. Next, we just need to fit this hood, make sure that it's gonna latch on the Jeep. Okay, watch out. Would you look at that? First try. Oh! Did you see that? Beautiful.
Works really well.
Yeah, surprisingly well.
Now we're gonna take and drop this headliner out.
After this phone call.
Don't worry about the phone call. And boom! Ta-da! That's how you take a headliner out. And there we go.
Okay, so Dinner's been hard at it, as he always is. He's got this rear hatch all stripped out. We've got all the wiring, wiper arms, lights, everything like that out of it. So now we're just gonna undo the shocks. We're gonna pull this thing off. This is the roof skin we're gonna try to use on the Banana. But if you look up here, at one point in its life, I think it got some tires stacked up on it. And so it's a little bit wavy. Everybody ready? So this is called Operation Fix the Roof Skin. We have this really expensive tool. It's 32 years old, and it just goes right like this. Did it work?
It's up.
How much up is it?
A lot.
Okay, now we got to use our lower back.
Okay.
Oh, my whole back cracked.
That's called auto body Pilates.
Yeah, out of body Pilates. That's a lot of words. But this really isn't bad.
Yeah, it's not.
That's actually like usable.
Yeah.
Ah!
Look, the dent's coming up as you take them off. When you come up, the dent come up with it.
Did it? Ah! That's my long arm stretch. The last thing we're gonna do is get this header panel off, get those bolts out, and get them put in before any of us forget, because we keep forgetting. And this header panel was gifted to me from Rudy. So we're actually gonna put this on my Jeep, because my Jeep one sucks. So that was really nice of him, thank you. So today we've got Jack Clark from Westco out of Salt Lake City. He brought down our spectrometer color camera. We're gonna take a picture of this paint, and we're gonna get the code from it and make sure that we have the exact same color as the Banana was originally. Taylor's gonna run and grab our Rupes. We're gonna just polish a little square so that we can get a perfect picture of the color.
This is the Rupes Big Throw Polisher, 21 millimeter throw.
Big foot, 21.
Don't get better than that. Just a couple dots, don't need very much.
Okay, so this is a color camera, the spectrometer. It takes readings in 5 different angles to reflect all the different light going into the paint. We take this back and it goes over all the color formulas we have. You know, roughly 50,000 color formulas to be the closest possible match. So we'll put this on here, we'll take a reading on it. So take one reading, we move it around, 5 different locations.
It doesn't get closer than this.
Okay, so our measurement's complete there. We've got 5 different readings and we'll have the perfect color. So Robby and Taylor can knock this thing out.
Okay, so we're actually planning on using a base coat, clear coat system. We're gonna be getting the base coat put down, and then the clear coat we're using is gonna be the most scratch resistant. That stuff's gonna dry super hard. We're gonna put extra layers of clear on it so that when Matt is using this, it can get beat and it can get brush marks on it, and it's not gonna just destroy the clear coat. Obviously this is a tool, but we want it to look really good out in the field. So I've got this fender all sanded up and ready. I felt it with my hand. I've got a mental note for the guy that said I slapped the Jeep too much. There's some more slaps. So I'm just gonna get these pulled out. So these are pretty warped. So we're just gonna try to unwarp them a little bit. I'm gonna get them pulled, and then I'll come back and I'll do some tapping. Once you release the pressure, the dent will stay out. These are the tools you can't buy on a tool truck. You gotta feel with your fingertips to figure out where you want to put the next stud. You just want to constantly be going back over your work, because as things cool, they move, and I can feel new spots. Make sure you pull so much air into this so you get tons and tons of pinholes. Makes the painter that primes it so happy. If you don't do that in the auto body industry, you're lying. This might look like we're putting a lot on. We're not. Just a thin little layer. 80% of this will get sanded off. So I've got all this plastic filler cut down with 80 grit. We've got a few little high spots that I tapped down. Now I'm just gonna glaze this section. I'm not putting a lot of plastic filler anywhere because I don't want this to flex and crack it out. So just like the highlight point, this doesn't need to be perfect. Just needs to be good, like really, really good. Like right here's perfect. Needs to be like right there. Not quite perfect, but you know, right there. Well, hey guys. Nice to see ya. I'm just working on getting this roof skin ripped off because we need to get this thing put on the banana. So what I've got going on, I'm using a wire wheel to get all the seam sealer out of the back edge of this roof skin so that I can take off all the spot welds and take the skin off. These little things, these are called spot welds. I'm gonna cut the back sides of these as to not interfere with the outer skin or damage it. Just like a tuna can, we're just opening it. We got Nick here tonight helping us. So I'm actually gonna cut this all the way down the entire side of the Jeep, and then I'll disassemble all the flanges that are still stuck to it. We got this side cut. I usually like to have two of everything because I lose one and then I can use the other one, and then I can find my other one, and then I can lose that one, and then I can find this one and use that one, and then lose them both. So this is a seam buster. We're going through and we're breaking seams, just like such. Okay, so we got foam up in here. This equalizer just slices it like butter. We've got one more spot weld we need to get cut, and then this roof skin's gonna come off. There it goes. Okay, hold on.
Okay, yep, we're loose.
All right. Oh, right. Macho man. He wants to be a nacho man. Oh.
Look at him! He's in the Jeep convertible.
Look, you can drive like this. Drop a like, a comment. What should we do with this roof panel? We're gonna cut it up into squares possibly. We've got Tom, Paul Cox, Trevor, Eric, Lizzie's right in the middle, and then we've got Tucker. You guys let us know what you think we should do with them. Drop a comment. We're gonna see how quick we can peel a banana. Banana has been peeled. Somebody say convertible? Maybe a double sunroof? Woo! Well, we've just about got the convertible ready. Matt ought to like this in the sand. I'm not so sure how happy Matt's gonna be with his new convertible, but I like it. Matt's gonna be so mad. Just kidding. Nothing strips paint quite like the Contour SCT. So while Nick is doing who knows what, I've been extremely hard at work separating all these seams. What?
Extremely hard at work.
Okay, I've been sitting on my butt doing nothing. Nick's been working, but I got this all separated.
So much fun.
We don't smoke, none of us carry lighters. We're just gonna do, I don't know, we're just gonna do it. Woo! And that is how you strike a torch with no lighter, or flint, or rocks to hit against each other. Oh yeah, come on! We are cleaning up all of these laser welds. And we gotta put this roof skin back on. We're gonna use high impact glue and then spot weld through the glue. When I went down to Matt's, I used his hoist and the ratchet strap and the vice grips and all that cool stuff to pull this out. He said that this was good enough, but now that we've got the roof skin off, you can see that this is still bananaed in a little bit. So I'm gonna pull it with my arms. So we'll just get that pulled out. Get it where we need it. Oh yeah, that's just about where we want it. That drip rail will go on straight now. Oh yeah. Yes.
8 hours later.
Well, good morning. You can't see me. That is because we had a humongous snowstorm and the power's out. Since we're having a snow day and we have no power, we got to get some cars moved around so we can get everything plowed. So we had to fire Creepy up and we got to park it in our back lot. You're
comes Creepy and Robby.
Okay, so we're moving forward on bodywork on these doors. We're gonna prime everything before we put the roof on, and you'll see why on next week's video.
So we're gonna sand and color good.
Getting all the little dents. Cody's working on that. He's got his acrylic big kid blocks. This door's feeling pretty good. I think it's just about ready for primer. He's gonna throw a little bit of glaze and a couple imperfections. It would probably be fine with imperfections, but there's one level that we do, and it's the best we can. All right, so after last week's episode, we asked if anybody had some parts laying around. Well, Zane Christofferson from Payson, Utah came through with a rear hatch. The hatch that we have off of the parts Jeep, it'll work just fine. This one we don't have to do as much work to, so this is gonna save us a bunch of time. Thank you, Zane Christofferson. We really appreciate it. We're gonna delete the light, we're gonna delete the wiper arm. Those are two things that Matt doesn't need and doesn't want. That's what we're doing this evening.
That one is done.
Okay, so Cody got that jam welded up. We're getting the metal work done on the quarter panels. We're not quite body worked on those, but they're looking a lot better than they were. We've got all the doors in the booth getting ready to prime. Taylor's prepping those all out. We're gonna go shoot that primer here in a minute. We're working on this lift gate. What do you think?
It's looking real good. I'm liking that metal work.
So I'm gonna mix up kitty hair. What it is fiber reinforced Bondo. We call it kitty hair. Looks like green fibrous stuff. I'm gonna mix up some hardener. I'm not using this to fill, I'm just using this to cover up where I welded and give a nice, basically a seal. So me, Taylor, and Cody, we've got all this bodywork knocked out. Everything's feeling good again. Can't even ever tell that there was a wiper arm here or a third brake light here. Everything's coming out pretty well. We're gonna hold off on priming the body until Monday. It's Christmas Eve. Came into work because we care about you guys and we care about Matt, and we want to get this thing done for him. They've got the rear hatch all primed up. All 4 doors are primed. It's almost Christmas morning right now. All right, guys, super appreciate you following along. The bananas, oh, man, we got a lot of work to do, but we've got a lot of work accomplished. Next week's videos, everything's gonna start coming together. I think Matt's gonna be super happy. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Drop us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you're liking the content, if you're not liking the content, you know what? We appreciate it all. Just drop it right below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you guys don't miss out on anything that's happening with this right behind me. Thank you guys, as always. We appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one. You guys are making it way too pretty. Gonna be a mall crawler.